Hello!
Oh no. Welcome back to RCX Unwrapped.
This is December.
Woo!
Woo!
Not a whole lot this month, but we did it.
My stack. Your stuff.
Mine's a little better.
A little bit. So,
Right.
this is going to be the Tess show. Guest starring Watson.
Yes.
Maybe.
He's in the corner now. He was like right here. It's
He
okay.
left. He just wants to get his picture taken.
And then go to bed.
That's it.
Valid. I guess I'll start us off.
Let's go.
So I read How Could You by Ren Strap. This is just so many messy lesbians, and I love nothing more than a messy lesbian. It's two sets of couples, and both of them break up at the beginning, and there's like, gosh, it's so messy and gay, and it's very wonderful, and I feel like the end was really cool because one of the girls who was in another relationship with a girl was like, actually, I don't think I'm gay. And I feel like that's not talked about enough. Like, not that I'm for,
I know what you mean. You're questioning.
Exactly. You're allowed to question and change your mind about what you want in life. So, very good.
I've been meaning to read it.
It's really good. I guess I'll go again. So I also read Hungry Heart by Jem Milton. This was really cute. It's about this adorable little journalist who just wants to make it, and he ends up meeting this like world famous teenage cook, and they they become best friends secretly, and then all of these things happen. My issue with this book though is it ended abruptly. Like, it should have gone on for longer.
Is it a webtoon?
It is a webtoon, so I'm gonna assume that we're getting more, because it did not end on nothing was resolved. They got together, something crazy happened, and then it just ended.
I hate that.
And
thanks for telling me.
So maybe wait on this one, because I was extremely disappointed. But yeah, it was really cute. The art is adorable.
Yeah, the art is really pretty.
Let me find a good picture. They're just both very cute characters.
Does it take place in Europe?
I think so, yes.
That looked very European just
It
now.
does. Yeah. But yeah, it's very cute. Highly recommend. Except maybe wait. Maybe. You want to talk about yours?
Sure, my one book.
Hey, look, it's Todd.
I read Timid by Jonathan Todd, and this is mostly biographical, but not like completely, if I remember correctly. Oh my god, I already forgot what it was about. It's not biographical, but it mostly is, so it's not. Anyways.
I get what you're saying.
If you look at the author and then look at this kid, they're identical.
I love that.
Especially because the kid is drawn like an old man. And I swear it's him. So I'm going to say that it's basically autobiographical, but it's not really. And so Cecil, the main character, is new in town, and he wants to make friends, and he's just really kind of shy. But he's not like completely shy in the way that I'm shy. He just mostly keeps his thoughts inside. But then he does speak up for himself at the right time. So it was kind of like the grappling of when to speak up and when you keep your thoughts to yourself. Yeah. But he kept his thoughts to himself a lot. And I liked the way that was portrayed. Like, he didn't always say anything. And he was worried that people would make fun of his hobbies and stuff like that. Not a lot happened. It was just mostly about his inner turmoil.
I love that.
It was pretty good. Pretty good.
I was gonna read that one. Maybe I'll read it now.
Well, let me know what you think.
I will. Next I read The Vision by Tom King. I think this This was so good.
So good.
Like, so good. I'm pretty sure that I will read everything that Tom King writes and be extremely happy with it. Like, what the heck? So many emotions packed into one little novel. So it's about Vision and this family that he creates and, like, lives with. And he's trying to recreate what he had with Wanda, but it's not working because they're other robots and not a real human. So there's all these sad bits where he makes a joke and his robot wife is like, what do you mean? It made me so sad. And like, God, there were just so many emotions that robots are feeling. And oh my God, it was almost an exhausting read because it felt so heavy, but
it's so good.
It is phenomenal.
If you're a Scarlet Witch fan,
you
must read it.
Yes. Look at how cute she is. Look at them. God. Yeah, I think it was issue 7 is the one that Philip warned me about. And it's
so good.
It is amazing. But yeah, you should really read this right now. Please. And then speaking of this, I reread Mr. Miracle because it was
not traumatizing enough the first time.
Not traumatizing enough the first time. It's so good. I love it. I love Mr. Miracle and Big Barda. They're the New Gods series that's coming out right now has both of them in it, and I'm like, it makes me so happy. Next week's issue is very, very good. But yeah, this is just one of the greatest books I've read in the past year. So go and read it. My turn again?
Yeah, I only have one more book.
And it's one we both read. I really enjoyed Transformers, so I picked up Void Rivals. It's kind of like the ultimate enemies to friends because it's these two alien species who absolutely despise one another and they think they are so different and so unique and all of these things. But then 2 of them, one from each planet, I guess, end up crashing on a different planet and they have to work together to get off the planet, obviously. And they realize that they are not as different as they once thought. And it's really, really, really very good. Very good study of character. And also just like humanity, you know, because
which is
none
funny
of us
because they're
exactly
robots.
They're like mostly robots. But yeah, I don't think I liked it as much as I liked Transformers, but it was still really good. It felt very slow. Like, I feel like not a whole lot happened in the first volume. Things did happen, but it felt like it took a long time to get there. Which is not a bad thing, but I enjoyed getting to learn about the characters and all of that. But yeah, it was pretty good. It's pretty good.
Very good.
Very good.
Ooh, Nightwing.
And yes, I did read Nightwing, Standing at the Edge. This was wonderful. He becomes a pirate. It was pretty great. And so gosh, so much happened in this too. He becomes a pirate for a brief bit with, goodness, what's her name? With Bee. They knew each other once back when he didn't.
When he was Grayson.
When he was somebody else.
He's had a lot of
stuff. Yeah. But yeah, and then it moves on and there's these 2 excellent issues where it's kind of like Batman talking about him and how proud Batman is of Nightwing. And it was really, very sweet. That's what I love about like the Tom Taylor stuff. It's all very family focused. And that's what I love most. I love a little family.
And
yeah.
Haley. Oh my gosh.
And a Haley. God, add a dog to it. I know. Was looking through the covers and I'm like, look at that. Here, you guys.
That cover.
It's so beautiful. This one. God, they're adorable. I want what they have.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. Thanks for keeping me straight.
Keeping you straight. Wow, Tess.
But yeah, it was really good. If you're into pirates, you should watch this. I didn't take any notes for this. Come on.
You're doing great.
And I'm carrying this.
You are carrying
Okay.
this. I'm here.
This
Tess,
is easy.
Tess reread Heartstopper.
I did reread Heartstopper.
All of them. But so she's only going to talk about this one.
Exactly.
What do you have to say?
It's the best series ever. It's my favorite. I reread it at the end of the year. It's always the last thing I read. Or it's always been the last thing I've read for the past, 3 years.
When does Volume 6 come out?
I don't know. She's still writing it. We're still waiting. I am subscribed to her Patreon, though, so I get updates, every single day, and it's the greatest thing ever. Anyways, I love Heartstopper, and I'm pretty sure I've already talked about it enough.
If you didn't know.
If you didn't
Tess
know.
loves Heartstopper.
I really love everything that Alice Oseman has ever written, ever. And yes, very, very good. Very sweet, very kind.
Very mindful, very demure.
Exactly. Very cutesy. Okay. Let's talk about this one.
Speaking of cute, let's get cute real quick, okay? Visitations by Corey Egbert.
Oh my god.
Is not cute.
No, it's not.
Was not very demure. Was not very mindful.
No.
Was none of those things.
It was none of those things. It was heartbreaking.
If you grew up with a mother that was not...
was more preoccupied with her beliefs rather than you as a person.
Yeah, I don't want to say crazy, but she,
thought a certain type of way and was convinced of her own sanity.
I don't like using the word crazy, but she was something else.
Uh-huh.
So the story starts Corey growing up, and his mom's like his best friend. And this is based on a true story. And he thinks his mom is the greatest person ever because that's what he knows.
Why shouldn't you think that?
And then he gets a sister, and then his parents get divorced, and then he has visitations with his father because the sister made a comment, I don't like when daddy tickles me. Mom blows that out of proportion. I want a divorce. You cannot see my kids. And then on these visitations, she's like, no, you can't talk to your father. And then she just kidnaps her own children.
Yeah.
And they are on the run from the police. They're not eating. It's bad.
Because the mom is convinced that the food that they bought has been poisoned or that their car is bugged.
Everything.
So they can't talk.
No. They can't stay with anybody.
No.
They're literally living out of their car on the run in the desert of all places. And she's like, oh, just pray about it. You know,
yeah, it'll be okay.
just
The Lord
pray
is with
about
us.
it. And so when Corey is praying, it's basically what his mom, how do you word this? It's like his mom in a God mask that he's praying to. And this book is wild,
He
y'all.
doesn't know anything else is the thing. When you've been taught one specific way your entire life,
He doesn't question it.
you don't question
But
it.
then he starts to, and he's like, what is real? And then he gets visited by an apparition. And that was my favorite part of the book because it was beautiful. But he really starts to recognize what's going on. And he's like, this has to end. Oh, and he's also the protector for his sister. And then that's this big pressure on him. It's like, how am I supposed to protect my sister from the person that's actually harming her?
Yeah.
It was great.
It's very good.
Lots of trauma.
Yes, it's a very heavy read.
But it's beautiful.
It is. It is really very beautiful. And everything turns out okay in the end. So
Yeah, the author's note really made me sad.
Yeah.
Because he had a really good relationship with his grandparents on his dad's side. And that relationship was just
it was cut
over. And that was awful. and then he loses his grandmother, and he doesn't even get to say goodbye because of his mother, and that part hurt.
That was, I can't even imagine.
A lot of it hurt, let's be real, of this book.
It was really, really painful.
The color palette is just really pretty.
I love,
Oh my gosh, I'm talking a lot.
No, because it's a good book.
I
love a moment where they're looking at the stars. That's...
But the Visitations means more than one thing, and I love when they do stuff like that. So he gets visited by this ghost, and it's the turning point.
Yeah.
Love it
She
so
kind
much.
of like leads him in a different direction.
Yeah.
So.
And it's mostly true.
Yeah.
Which is even wilder.
Yeah.
Recommended.
Highly recommended. Yes. Yes. Please read.
If you want to hear me ramble more, check out Writing on Cars with Books.
Ah, yes.
We ramble about it some more.
We'll call it book club.
We'll call it.
It's good enough for now.
Yeah, this was almost the top pick of the year, but I just felt bad picking it because I read it so late in the year.
I get that.
I was like, am I picking this because it's like the last book I've read? Or is it actually a favorite?
It was hard.
It was really close. Favorite as in because I like sad stuff.
Yes. Me too.
I mean, who doesn't want to go to Area 51 and see ghosts?
Right?
Wouldn't that be cool?
Wouldn't that be? Well, not in this circumstance.
Not in these circumstances, in general. I can't imagine. But thank you for telling your story and sharing it with the world. And they live in Virginia. Maybe we'll meet them at a show one day.
That would be so cool.
So cool.
Well, I guess that's all for December.
Yeah, I didn't read very much. So what was your favorite book of the month?
That I read for the first time with this month, I'll go with Vision. I think it was an excellent story.
My favorite was Visitations.
What? I never would have guessed.
50-50 shot. So, yeah, that's it for December.
Yeah,
That's
maybe
a
we'll
wrap.
read more in January. And maybe this time I'll take notes.
I've already read 3, so I'm already winning.
I'm so proud. I think I've read 3 or 4, so we're doing great.
We're doing great. It's a new year. It's a new day.
It's a new
dawn. Just sing it to me. Okay. We're just rambling now.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Goodbye.